Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Hey, after doing that trapper video, I was thinking maybe I'd just do a copperlock video because I've acquired a few of them in the past year. Anyway, let's look at some copperlocks. Hang on just a second. Let me turn this thing around and we'll look at the copperlocks on the desk. All right, y'all. The first one we're going to look at was a trade from one of my subscribers. I had a little stockman that he had asked me 2 or 3 times and wanted to trade 2 or 3 different knives. And let me wipe this one off, I'm sorry. Anyway, this is a little white synthetic with an ichthus shield, and it is a mini copperlock. This is the only mini copperlock I got. It is a 41749L stainless steel, and it's a cool little knife, y'all. It's a cool little knife. It's opened up. It's what, like 1 2 3 4 5 6 6 3/8 maybe, something in that neighborhood. And I like it. It's a cool little knife to carry. Me and Miss Jenny go out to eat or carry it to church maybe. And it's a cool little knife. We'll set her right up there. And then all the rest of the copperlocks I have are full-size copperlocks. Now, I don't remember what order I got these. I am pretty confident that this was the very first one that I got. And I'm trying to wipe these off, y'all, as I go along here. Because, man, these high-polished knives are just fingerprint magnets. But anyway, this is a Sky Blue Bone 2024 Arrowhead Shield, Sky Blue Bone. And it's a beautiful knife. This one has a big clip point blade. 2024 stainless. Man, Case really does a really good job with their bone. You know, we can fault Case knives a lot of ways in today's world because, man, the quality control is, sometimes it's not very good. But, you know, these knives are, all of these knives are tools. They were made for a tool. Obviously, a lot of people collect them and put them up and never use them at all. I'm not one of those guys. I'm going to use the knives that I buy. There's only a few that I have that I would not use. Most of them belong to my daddy. He had some really nice Case knives that I have over here. But, anyway, Sky Blue Bone, Case, I forget the jigging. That might be Roger's jigging. I think it is. Anyway, I think that was the very first copperlock that I bought. I think. I might be wrong, but I think it was. One of the next ones I bought, there's a video a while back of me and Brian from Brian's Knives went to Amerson Farms in Georgetown, Kentucky. I bought this knife. This is one of the very first ones I bought. I have carried this one quite a bit. It is a great, great pocket carry, everyday carry, work carry. You can tell it's scratched up a little bit, carrying it, riding it in my pocket. I have since got a pocket slip from John over at J.O. Ventures that I carry most of my copperlocks in, even my work ones. Anyway, this is a orange Delerin. It is a, I think it is a 41549. Yep, 41549. L stands for lock. It's a mid-lock. All the Copperlocks are mid-locks. Absolutely love these Copperlocks. Let's see what else we're going to show here. Let's go to this one. I bought this one at Smoky Mountain Knife Works when me and Miss Jenny were down there. I think last summer is when I bought it. Look at that yellow bone though, y'all. Ain't that beautiful? Of course, it's got fingerprints all over it because it's a fingerprint magnet. But look at that bone, y'all, on both sides. Ain't that bone just fantastic? With that black shield, man, that black shield just sets it off. And all these I've showed you so far are clip point blades. Look at this one. This is a limited edition. I don't know how many are made in this series. I have no idea. But this is the red Barnboard jig Copperlock. And it is a 2023 61549 stainless steel. I don't think I have carried this one. I know for sure that I got this one from Bill's Sharper Deals on Facebook, from Bill Seville. That is a beautiful knife, y'all. Ain't that pretty? As brother Terry would say, don't that pretty? All right, let's I think, if I'm not mistaken, I think this was probably my next one. But I don't know. I don't know that I'm even remotely close on order on these because I don't remember. I'm just going to be honest. I also bought this one from Bill's Sharper Deals. This is a 1998 second year of production of a Copperlock, and this is a Chestnut Bone Copperlock. It's got the oval shield, the Case XX oval shield. And this one right here is sweet. This is one of my favorite. And of course, it's a fingerprint magnet like most all the rest of them. This is one of my favorite knives that I own. That Chestnut Bone is just absolutely phenomenal. This one has beautiful color. 1998. And you've seen this one before if you watch the channel. This is the one that Miss Jenny got me for my birthday last year. Well, then, my birthday is in the middle of December. So around Christmas, me and Miss Jenny went down to Amerson's Farms. And she had given me basically a budget to use for my Christmas presents. These are the two I got. And if you look right here, y'all see that? This is a smooth white bone with the stars and stripes shield in it. It's just a plain natural bone is what they call it, I think. You can see all the everything in that bone there. But that crack right there came from, I've carried this one quite a bit. I had it at work and it slipped out of my hand and hit a concrete floor, and it has a hairline crack right there. You can just barely feel it, but you can feel it. And it's a hairline crack, and it's 100,000% my fault. Shouldn't really say that. There's no such thing as 1,000%, but it's 100% my fault. But this one's a little different. This one is a carbon steel blade. Y'all see it there? This is a 61549W, which means it's got a big old Wharncliffe blade. And I have used this one quite a bit. I have peeled apples, I have peeled potatoes, I have cut all kind of stuff with it, y'all. Onions. And it's got some decent teeners, as they say. It's got some good patina. I really like this knife. I'm carrying this knife currently this week because of the patriotic theme that I'm trying to do here. Carrying this one, this white one with the red, white, and blue. Carrying a blue trapper. And then carrying just a cheap razor knife, foldable razor knife to cut boxes with at work. But anyway, y'all, this was a Christmas present last year from Miss Jenny. The second Christmas present I got while I was at Emerson's Farms is this one. This is blue G10. And it's got like brushed stainless is what I think that's what the bolsters actually are brushed stainless. And the blade's brushed looking. It also has a Wharncliffe blade. I think it's a 10. Yep. 10 1 549 W, again for the Wharncliffe blade. But that G10, I think it's cool as all get out, y'all. Of course, it's blue. That's my favorite color, is blue. I also like that color, that orange, because of my Clemson Tigers. All right, this next one, it either came from eBay or from Bill's Sharper Deals. Now, when I got this one, I didn't really know what it was. It didn't come with a box or anything like that. So I got to looking it up. It is an olive green bone. But this was like, I think it was either a 10 or a 25 year anniversary of the Copperlock. Most of these, well, all of these did have. This one did have at one point. It had information billboarded on the blade about what it was and all that. It has those, I guess I don't know what they call that. It's got a line through the bolster, whatever they call it. I don't even know. But this was like a special edition deal. It's got like the hot dog shield. I don't know what Case actually calls it. Let's look at that and just see. Let's see what Case calls that shield. Just so I'm not misstating here. Let's see. Bow tie is basically what it is. They have several of the bow tie. Let's see. Yep, there it is right there. Bow tie. That's it right there. That right there. That is the bow tie shield. But this is a cool knife. And I have carried this one some. I really, really, really like this knife. It's like pocket worn olive green bone. And it's got a big old clip point like most of them. All right, this next one, I'm 90% sure this one came from eBay. This is a pocket worn old red bone, and it is I think there's 9 X's and dots. 2001 old red bone. And I really, really, really like this knife. one of my favorites. I really like it. It is a great everyday carry knife. It's been used. It was used when I got it. It's got a few little nicks and dings. See right there? It's got a few nicks and dings and that kind of thing. But it makes it a perfect candidate to carry. All those nicks and dings, in my opinion, give it character. You know, let it tell a little bit of a story. Wouldn't you like to know, wouldn't you like to be able to go back and let the knives tell you stories, especially some older ones? You know, I just think that's all cool as all get out. This one came from eBay, y'all. This is a blue bone. I'm pretty sure that's Roger's jig. Oval shield. Got the script type shield. Again, it's a fingerprint magnet. But isn't that bone just beautiful, y'all? I love on these knives how that the bone didn't take the dye. It leaves the whiter areas and the blue areas. I love that. This one's got clip point blade too. His brother Terry would say, "Don't that pretty?" That is an absolutely beautiful knife. And if you're a UK fan, which I used to be a UK basketball fan, but when they started kneeling for the national anthem and that kind of stuff, I pretty much was done with them. All right, this next one I just got recently. I got this one from Deep South Cutlery. I was on there one night and saw this one come up, and they were bidding on it, and I bid on it, and I was winning up to the very last second, and a fella sniped it, but they had a couple, and the guy got on my video when I showed just this knife, and he was like, "Man, I'm sorry, it was me that sniped it," and I knew they had more than one. Anyway, it wasn't no big deal either way. You know, I mean, that's how that game's played when you're having an auction. And that's okay, I understand, ain't no big deal. But they had multiples. And Brother Billy on Deep South asked if I wanted to buy one. And I think the bid was up to like 83 or $4 or whatever. And Brother Billy from Deep South, being the man he is, he said, "I'm gonna let y'all have these for $75 plus shipping." So I was like, "Yes sir, I'll take one." Because every place you look, if you look on Smoky Mountain Knife Works right now, or if you look on Shepherd Hill or any of those, that knife right there sells for like $95, $96, $97, somewhere in that neighborhood. This is a red micarta. And it's got the black oval shield, obviously. But that red micarta is cool, man. This is an awesome, awesome knife. And I have carried it some. I carried it for 2 or 3 days at least. And I'll probably carry them all again. I'm sure I will. And then the last two, if you've been keeping up with the channel at all, you saw these. I just posted a video on these recently. The first one came from a pawn shop in Gallatin, Tennessee. And it was rough. But I knew that it was in decent shape. It wasn't like really tore up. But it was dirty. And it's got some nicks and blemishes. It's been carried. This one started life, I believe, as a Tangerine Bone, and it was jigged. You can see it right there. See that jigging? But somebody has carried this one a bunch. Like I said a minute ago, man, if these knives could talk. But somebody's carried this one a bunch. And it is true, 100% true Look at that jigging. See it right there? But it is absolutely worn smooth. Real true pocket worn. Arrowhead shield. This is an awesome knife. I did have to do a little bit of work. It had some really sharp places right there on the bolster. I took some sandpaper. I started at, I think it was 600 or 800 sandpaper, and just kept getting finer and finer and finer till I got to 3000 grit. And you can't really even tell where those places were at that were really sharp. Anyway, that's a relatively new acquisition. And then at Cornbread's auction Friday night, I bid on and won a Harvest Orange Bone, I think is what it's actually called. It's Harvest Orange or Orange Harvest, or I think it's Harvest Orange. It is a Wharncliffe. So I have what, 1, 2, 3 Wharncliffe blades. The rest are clip. But isn't this one pretty? Beautiful knife, y'all. All right, y'all. Just wanted to show you those Copperlocks tonight. Those Copperlocks currently are my favorite case pattern, bar none. Running a pretty close second though is the full-size Trapper. Those two are absolutely my favorite two pattern knives. Of course, I'm like most all the rest of us. I like knives. The Copperlock, the full-size Copperlock, I like that little mini. It's a nice little knife, but I prefer the full-size Copperlock. It's kind of crazy because I didn't own any when I started this channel in May of 2024, and now I have however many, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 full size and one mini Copperlock. Crazy, I know. But anyway, I'm sure that I'm going to try to find some more. Maybe I'll get lucky here coming up in August. We got the 127 yard sale coming up. Me and Miss Jenny, we try to. We can't do it every year. There's been some years that we've missed or whatever. But that weekend is kind of me and Miss Jenny's deal that we usually always try to take some time and just get away together. Anyway, y'all, I'm sure I'm going to try to find some during the 127 yard sale. You know, you don't ever know what you're going to run up on at the 127 yard sale. I just wanted to show you those Copperlocks. Just comment and tell me what you think of them. Don't forget, the auction's coming up for Cornbread and Miss Yvonne. There's still 5 of them to go, I think. Maybe 4 of them to go time this video comes out. But anyway, until we see y'all again, y'all have a great one, and God bless you.